Hello everybody, welcome back to the Greg K6EGG live stream. Give me just a few minutes and I'll be on the air.
Comment.
I think I nailed it that time. What's going on? What I mean by that is, like, so in TV world, or I guess in music too, the song stings out or it ends. In this case, it stung out, and I wanted to hit right at the end. Anyways, that's just, I don't know. Nice to see you folks in here. It is a Friday night here in Southern California. I don't know wherever you guys are at. It might be Saturday. Before I get into ham radio, I don't know if you guys remember, I got into a fender bender that's turned into a royal pain in my ass back in June. I think I've showed the video a couple times. I think Joe has seen it. A couple people, Cam may have seen it. I know Nate, if he's watching, I know he saw it because he commented on it. Anyway, I was exiting a parking lot and I was in a driveway where there was plenty of space for two cars. And I was stopped, ready to pull out and make a right, and somebody made a right into me when I was stopped. I thought it was slam dunk case. That is not my fault because I was stopped and I got hit. Apparently not. Apparently it was 50% my fault because I had improper lane usage. So I did a little research. This is up to arbitration. I did a little research. It took like 5 minutes. The person that hit me committed two driving infractions. Number one, he didn't signal. And number two, he didn't use the most right of the either lane or road to make a right onto the next road. And I think I'm paraphrasing exactly how that worked, the wording in that. But basically, he had to stay. If he was going to make a right, he was supposed to be all the way furthest right as you can. And he was not. He was furthest left. And the person that was in front of him made a left in the same exact spot, which was leaving me plenty of space to make a right. So I called my adjuster and I said, can you give me a detail, a reason why and what a improper lane, what was the word? Improper lane use is, because I cannot find any suspicious. I can't talk. I can't find any law saying that we can. There's no law that I can. There's no law that I did anything wrong, and I also found that you can. There is. You could use the driveway as long as there's enough space to have 2 cars exit it. Specific. There we go. Did I say that right? There's no law against what I did, but there is laws against what the guy did to hit me. So I'm not understanding how it's 50% my fault. And they're like, oh, we're just going off what you said. I'm like, well, what I said and what you saw. I go, what if I was standing there? Right? What if I was standing there as a pedestrian and he hit me? Would that be 50% my fault? I just as much right to be there as the car, right? Is that the case? I don't know. So all he had to do was look to the right, and he would have saw this big old giant blue Tesla there. But I'm just a little bit irritated. Now I have a point on my record, which I think is ridiculous. So I'm trying my darndest to get it off. They said it's already a done deal, and everybody agreed upon everything. And I'm like, I didn't agree upon it. I never signed anything or agree upon it. So remember that accident that I got into in June? They're blaming it 50% me. Hello from Oklahoma. Which I don't know how that happens. I was stopped. And I asked her, I go, so I can hit a stopped car and it'll be 50% my fault. And she's like, well, that's not exactly what happened. I'm like, that's exactly what happened. So you saw the video, I believe. And I said, I talked to some other adjuster, and she's like, yeah, that's what we thought. You probably weren't supposed to be in that lane. I go, but there's no law saying I can't be in it. I didn't do anything. I had my signal on. They yanked the data off my memory stick that said I had my signal on the moment I got hit. You can see in the video the reflection off the ground of my signal on, and you cannot see the signal on the person that hit me. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. I might have to get a lawyer involved to get that off my record. And yeah, I'll send you the video. I'll send them both. I don't want to play it on here again because it'll just irritate me. And Dakota, I think I'm working a show that you might be involved with tomorrow. That's what I'm not going to say. Videos. So I'll send you the first video for context. And then I'll send you the second video for the hit. Straight to jail, huh? Let me, give me a second. Let me figure out how to get this on here without doxing anybody, because I just sent it in a message. I'll show the video. You know what? I'm going to show the video. All right, here's the video. See, there's a stop sign here. Sorry for making that noise, Eric. There's a limit line stop right here, which you'll see me stop. This guy's coming from this direction right over here to the left. What's up, Tim? This guy stops. Well, sort of. I make a complete stop. Everybody has agreed upon that. This guy pulls in the same exact spot that the other guy was. Hold on, let me get rid of this. All right. He's way over to the left, almost on the line. I go over to the far right here because I'm making a right. And this is where he hits me right here. Keep in mind there's cars going by. Right? See that? That's for context. Now let me show you the video of the hit. Because it's important. FT8 in the background. I know this has nothing to do with ham radio, but it just pisses me off here. I completely stop. I make sure he's going to be getting in the left lane. Because in California, if you're going to make a right, you need to be in the furthest right of the area of the street or driveway in this case. I'm way out in front of him, keep in mind. And then bam, right into me. But it's my fault. It's 50% my fault. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. I mean, I literally had video of it, and they said it's 50% my fault. Yes, I just got, yes, it's still going on, and I was found 50% at fault, and I'm fighting it. No, I'm still here. Right? It was 50-50 apparently. And the reason being because they said I had improper lane use, which there's no shoulder there. It was an exit of a driveway. And according to, I have the law here. Vehicle code CVC 22100 requires drivers to make turns as close as possible to the acceptable curb edge of the roadway and driveway when exiting. So he was all the way to the far left and trying to make a right. Yeah, so it's vehicle code, in this case, the driveway. So once again, you guys want to look it up. Vehicle code CVC 22100 requires drivers to make a turn as close as acceptable to the curb edge or the roadway. Here's the other one. Vehicle code 22108 requires a driver to signal when merging or making turns onto roadways at least 100 feet, which none of that happened. I don't know if that goes by in a parking lot, but he merged and he turned and he didn't do anything. So I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know. He didn't look to his right. And part of the second vehicle code and the ethics portion of it, I guess they would call it, driver must look over his left shoulder and right shoulder before making or look over to the left and his right shoulder before making the turn. I'm not going to read the whole vehicle code because it's just blah, 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 blah. That was actually that was Ontario there. That sucks. Sorry to hear that, Cam. Do I have a sad ham in here?
Yes.
You sound very muffled today.
Do I?
Yeah, you sound like this.
How about now?
Same. Like almost like underwater. It's weird. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I know a couple people have reached out to me, and one thing I want to get expelled from my Its microphone sounds a little hot. I think maybe too much gain. I want to get it expelled off my record. I believe that I didn't do anything wrong. I've had a number of people watch it and pretty much agreed with me. The only thing they questioned me being on the right there, but I can't find a law that specifies I can't do that. So if there's no law to saying I can't do that, that means I can do that.
Ooh, I don't know about that, Greg.
Yes.
Also, is my audio better?
Different.
I dropped it 10 dB of gain.
It just sounds like muffled like this. But he did things that are actually legally wrong. Like he didn't follow legal procedure. I did not follow legal procedure. So I don't. That's kind of how the law works. If there's no law specifying you can't do something, that means you can, unless it causes harm. I know a lawyer will tell you it's likely. I don't know if I'll take it to court. It'd be more of a arbitration.
I've changed headsets to see if my audio is different now.
Are you using your headset for the microphone?
No, but I can hear myself in my headphones, which may be messing me up.
Maybe turn your headphone gain down a little bit. Maybe that's what I'm hearing.
All right.
1 2 1 2. Yeah, you just sound like tinny and stuff. Something sounds different. I'm not the only one that suspects this either.
I don't like that every time that I connect, something is different.
You definitely sound different.
No, I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just saying it bothers me that despite me not changing anything, the sound is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you don't change anything, it should be the same.
Well, I work in audio and software and audio and stuff all the time. Nothing seems to say the same. And Tim, I agree with you 100% on that. I mean, literally, I was stopped and he hit me. So if there was a pole there, would it be the pole's fault? 50%?
You're also in California, though. You have to yield to idiots.
The other thing, he was driving with no insurance. This is the car insurance that was going out. Well, that's laws
that doesn't change who's at fault.
It shows that he was irresponsible and shouldn't be driving the car.
Yeah. I turned down my headset gain, so I don't know if that...
You were very hot, too.
Okay. What the heck? All right. Minus 10 dB. Any better?
Keep talking.
Testing 1 2 3 7 8 9.
That sounds better. You just sound muffled though. I've had ops that literally tell me arguably I haven't changed it. Explain.
I'm gonna
See, Dakota knows.
Dakota's listen to it.
What's that?
I'm gonna mute myself and then go back and listen to the stream real quick.
All right. You sound better before. You sounded better before. You're not wrong, Dakota. I hope you like the video. Because if the vehicle is illegal to begin with, it should have been. Yeah, that's my argument. If he doesn't have insurance, he shouldn't have been driving. And then he wasn't following the laws when he was driving. He didn't signal, and he didn't make the right out of the furthest part of the exit. So I don't understand these people. And I would say my adjuster agreed with me. But I'm like, why didn't you guys fight this? Like, really? I can't even believe that we're discussing this. He was driving his uncle's car when he wasn't supposed to. He personally didn't have insurance. The car did. I don't know how that works. Uh, 3 years. Well, technically, from what the adjuster said, because I was past the sidewalk line, I was on public property. And they said I should have called the police at that point because I was already partially in the street. If you're in the driveway, if I was back in the asphalt part, it would have been fully public or private property. But I agree with what you said. I was in a fender bender in a parking lot. I wasn't at fault. The cops didn't give a shit about telling me. I just want to move to a state that's normal. I don't care if it's blue or red. Just like everybody hit. It's so frustrating.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Were you more than 50% on private property? My car was totally off private on the driveway, apparently. You probably roll back and see the video. Go ahead.
I don't know if it's any different.
You're still pretty loud.
Changed some stuff. Still, even at 45.
Like you sound like this is the best way I can describe it. Like that. That's how you sound like to me. Does that make sense? Did you hear yourself?
Yeah, I wonder if my Mac is changing stuff because I was adjusting stuff in the SDR control app on my Mac. So I wonder if it adjusted stuff on the computer microphone settings and not actually the mixer.
This is something Dakota would understand. It sounds like you're getting double sent. Does that make sense?
Double what?
Double sent. Like you're sending that signal twice and it's making it hollow.
Okay, like maybe there's a routing loop or something?
Correct. That's a very good description. Man, that's pretty good for non-audio guy.
Well, there can be other non-audio loop things.
So
like
are you
data loops and stuff?
Question for you. I know in Sonobus you can route, and in I don't know what else you're using a Mac, right? In Mac you can route too. So are you double routing?
Let me check loopback. No, I have everything in loopback turned off.
It shouldn't. So loopback could be independent of Sonobus. So if you assign it on Sonobus and you assign it on loopback as well, it will be double sent. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, I know. Loopback everything is turned off. Sonobus, okay. Hold up. I think I know. I'll be right back.
I love this. By the way, Dakota and I'll explain when Eric gets back here. Dakota and Eric would get along pretty well with the IT stuff. 2110 stuff.
Okay, I changed it.
I don't hear any difference.
Darn it. Okay. I changed from my main audio going to my router or the mixer or from the chat audio to the main audio, thinking maybe it was like a mix minus-y thing.
That's what it sounds like. Double. Bring down your fader for a second on your console. Try to talk. Okay, I don't hear you. That's good. All right. I was just wondering if you're sending your mix minus and your main output twice. Oh, so there's a are you sending the custom mix minus?
So on. Yeah, I think so.
Make sure, put it on pre-fader and see what happens, and bring down the fader.
Actually, I'm sending the chat audio, which it's called main. What is it called? Something main USB chat. It's only sending the microphone. So it sends mic 1 and mic 2, and I have mic 2 muted.
And what do you have selected on your Sonobus?
So for the input, I have the chat audio, and the output, I have it going to main audio. But I also tried it with the chat audio. I can switch over to mix minus.
Yeah, switch to mix minus.
I'll be right back.
Not a network loop.
Okay, I am now mix minus.
Keep talking.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Greg is a criminal driver.
Are you sending 48 hertz? 48K?
I don't know how
Can
to
you
tell.
You look on the screen. When the audio sends, should be sample rate.
In the mixer?
No, in the sono bus. Maybe it's a timing error, but I would hear clicking if it was timing.
I don't know where to do that.
So go to sono bus. I'm on it right now. You go to the wheel.
The wheel, okay.
Yep, and you should see the audio sends.
Yeah, I'm at 48,000.
Yep.
And then 512.
Yep, that's good. And you just have two things selected or one thing selected here, right? For your sends? Oh, that's inputs.
I have input 1 and input 2.
Okay, what about your outputs?
Output 1, output 2.
That's what's happening.
What's the second output?
That's looking for your mains, maybe.
Oh, you know what? I think it's left channel, right channel.
Correct.
Because, yeah, so when I got rid of output 2, because I'm sending you 2 channels. Okay. Yeah, because when I unclicked output 2, I only heard you in my left ear.
That's your... Oh, that's the output of your...
So
that's
now
output. Okay, yeah, that's output of your sono bus. Okay, that makes sense. What about
on active input now? I unchecked input 2. Is there any change?
No.
So you should only be getting left channel now.
Keep talking. You're sending you're sending mono.
3. I suck at this.
You're an IT guy. You should know this stuff. If you can figure out audio and IT, you can work in television and make a lot of money.
Yeah, but see, the thing is with like, I mean, it's getting less and less so. At least in the past, IT stuff used to be, if you do the same thing every time, you should get the same results.
We call that, what's the word I'm looking for? Craziness.
Yeah.
If you try to do the same thing over and over.
Yeah, because I haven't changed anything, but every time that I connect to you, my audio is different.
Something's dumbing back, and I don't know what. So let me show you something. Oh. So when I send these 2 faders together, I'm double. Actually, not you. It's more towards if I do this, actually, you'd probably hear it. You hear something different, like hollowness, kind of different sound, and then I bring the other fader down.
Yeah.
And it sounds different. I bring the fader up. I'm sending you the aux now. So what's happening is I'm sending something on 2 different faders, and you get a phasing, which usually in IT world, which this is end up going into, because it's going into computer digital ones and zeros. There's a little bit of latency, and generally latency, if you have if you listen to something a little bit delayed in your ear, you're going to get kind of a hollow sound. Like when we listen to Dante, just out in the field, we hear just a little bit of hollowness, and it's not because it sounds hollow. It's because the signal is not matching what you're hearing, and it creates a kind of a basket kind of a sound like this, like we're hearing from you today. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I turned off the mic too instead of just muting it. I don't know if that changed anything.
Oh man, it's weird.
Still
yeah.
The same?
Keep talking.
1, 2, 3. Greg
no, that's actually good.
Arrested. Is it?
Well, are you holding your hands by your microphone or something? Or I don't know. It's just weird.
It's about like 1 fist away, off to the left.
When you say fist,
like I hold a fist and like put the index finger.
I know. You're gonna get all technical on me. I know.
That's what the internet told me to do.
It depends how you have your gain set. But Michael, nice to see you in there.
So Greg, with your 1 point, do you want to join me in prison?
I don't know what that means.
I mean, because I'm also a criminal.
I don't know if we want to go there with your stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine, but
nah, this is not even. Though it's over. Mine's over apparently. At least that's what they said. It was a closed case, which I'm not calling it closed
from my understanding, they're probably just never going to ever follow up with me. They deem it a national secret or something.
It's weird. We'll discuss this at another point. Just make sure. Whoa, did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was a cat. And Michael, was it Michael? Yes. Dante is really good and really bad. It could be really good if everything works correctly and like the clocking's all correctly and there's no latency but man, you plug something into that switch wrong. I don't know if you guys watch the UFC. I came in after everything was set up at an event here locally in Los Angeles, and I went to go say hi to one of my best working friends. I would say I've known him for 20 plus years, and his face was white. And I'm like, "You okay?" He's like, "All of our Dante stuff isn't working." I'm like, "All of it?" He's like, "All of it." And 10 minutes later, he told me that somebody tried plugging their laptop into their Dante switch, and the IP address for their VPN happened to be the same IP address or matching something else on the network. And it unchecked everything. Holy crap. So they spent 4 hours rechecking everything, like send, receive, and Dante controller. Ugh. Yes, I agree with you 100%. But when it works, it's great. My biggest problem, I don't know if it's basically when you have a computer on. Oh, we lost the ham stick. Or you have a network on for a long time, and maybe somebody will agree with me or not. But when you have stuff on for a long time and stuff's getting unplugged and plugged back in on networks, sometimes you get timing problems or stuff's allocating space for that unit to come back. And I think it just starts to, it's like defragging a Windows 98 computer kind of in the network world. This is my personal belief. I don't know this for a fact. But every time I've been like on a production that had Dante, we're like our third or fourth day in, we start getting weird issues, like stuff not working right. So I don't know. And computer stuff is very temperamental. Timing, and even with my video here, like see how sometimes see the drop frame? Some people see it, some people don't. I'm seeing it on my meter here, and I don't know. It doesn't make sense. What's not showing? It's showing when I'm going out. All right. By the way, the band's been dog doo-doo. Let's see if 15's still alive. I'll get on 40 here in a bit. You back here, Eric?
Yes, I rebooted my mixer.
I think it got worse.
Really?
It's weird that night, that morning. Well, it was morning for me. I don't know what time it was for you. We had you dialed in good.
Yeah, and I've made no changes since then. Although I just now turned off all processing on the mic on the mixer.
I'd turn it back on because I could hear your. I don't know. It sounds like maybe an AC in the background.
No, that's traffic.
You have your window open?
No, this building just is loud.
That sucks. Yeah,
but did my voice at least sound better? Not like
it just sounds hollow. I don't know, and I'm not the only one that hears it.
Yeah, maybe it's actually just me. Maybe I'm hollow, like I've lost my soul.
And we're being told not to take internet advice when it involves fists.
Okay, instead of I was approximately 3 inches away. 3 inches. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. That
I don't know, dude. It happens. It's audio, and it's I don't know how the software works exactly. I was watching some video because I was thinking about getting one. I actually bought one and then canceled it because I was supposed to go out of town this week and I want to have something sounded good. But anyways, I don't know exactly how the processing works. I've heard some interesting stories where some people say everything's solid in it, and then some people say they can't get the audio to sound right. So
maybe I'm one of those people.
I don't know, but it sounded fine. It sounded good the other day. And which mic are you on? The 7 or the
They're both 7s. I'm on the SM7.
Go on the other one. See what happens. Okay. Use the XLR out too. Sorry, I'm picky about audio. Does that make me a bad person? Whoa.
Oh, sorry. Oh, that's way too much gain.
There you go.
Yeah, I could hear it like I could hear when I was touching it. So that's how at least I know it was too much gain.
Oh, you sound about the same.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Sorry.
actually, you might sound better on the other one, but that's weird. I don't know, dude.
For whatever reason, you were saying the other day that this one sounds hollow.
This one's thinner.
Okay, well, I'll go back to the other crap.
It does, apparently.
Now I'm back to the other crappy $600 microphone.
Let's go with that. It's not like a deal breaker.
Yeah, maybe I'll just get an RE27.
No, you don't want to do that. I think, actually, for what you're doing, I think the SM7B sounds better. And I don't know, you weren't around last night, but I changed the audio on this thing. I've set it up for more of a podcast sound, if that makes any sense. Roads are okay. He's using a dual, I think.
Yeah, Rodecaster Duo.
Dual, sorry. And I'm using a SSL, which is way overkill for what I'm doing here.
And the thing is, like, if I could get this audio to be consistent, it would be amazing because I can interface it to my radio. I can interface it to both computers, all via USB. But apparently not changing any settings means that the audio still changes. And I don't understand what's changing.
That's why I like analog. You had a question for yourself. Oh, maybe not. Maybe, yeah. You got to talk about a murder in your next podcast?
I haven't recorded any yet. I need to get hot on it. I think I'm going to have to cancel doing any YouTube just because of, that legal issue, but.
That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't break any laws, but I just don't want to create any attention to myself. So even like I've sanitized all of my stuff to remove my local call sign. So that way, if anyone searches for that, they won't come across me.
And as far as I am about that, no, this is about as close as I'm going to get to a podcast. I don't know what the heck I would talk about. What is California? California QSO party, right? Is that what's going on today?
Yeah, I think that's this weekend.
What would you guys like to talk about in a podcast if I did it? Because I have no idea what to talk about. It has to be a live podcast with you folks in here.
I like the Q5 Worldwide podcast, but they're primarily contest focused. So my thought process of doing a podcast is non-contest since Kevin's got that pretty well covered. But for me, I think there's a lot of cool technical stuff, but not always you want to talk about the technical stuff. Like sometimes just talking to people who are experts at their thing Because there's a lot of people who will make like a YouTube video going over something, but they're not actually an expert in it. So I think it's cool to just talk to the people that are the best. You know, if you want to talk to an EME guy, like find a guy who's been doing EME for 20 years and just ask him about it. And just let him talk for a half hour.
Speaking of which, okay, so I did this POTA on, what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday, I think. What day is this, Friday? I think it was Tuesday I did it. Wait a minute. Maybe it was Wednesday. I can't remember. I think it was Wednesday. All right. Very happy. It was my best POTA I think I ever had by myself, other than with you, where I had 60 contacts, but it was mostly you doing that. And we did that rather quickly. I think it was under an hour and a half, if I recall.
Yeah, I think we were averaging like 100 plus an hour.
Yeah. I was nauseous almost. Anyways, I think I did pretty good. I did notice a couple things. My banana clip things or whatever that would go in for the, what do they call that? Ground radios weren't in all the way. I think I now read some literature on my antenna. I did not set up my antenna correctly for 10 meters. I didn't realize I needed to be that far folded down. So now I know what's wrong with why I couldn't tune 10 meters. Thank you very much, John. I was supposed to be with you, by the way, in Vegas somewhere. We'll try it. Number 3, this is most important to me. I made a video which didn't really do so well about my setup, and I showed my ground radios on the ground, and I had not one but 3 people email me saying you should have your ground radios elevated.
Nah.
I would, and to your point, when I discussed this the other night after my POTA, I said, "Hey, I've done a POTA with you, and I said I did pretty well, and I figured you were very good at what you do." And I said I wouldn't call you a professional because you don't get paid at it, but I would say I wouldn't call you an expert, but you were very good at that.
So people are not wrong to say that elevated radials perform better, but they don't perform much better. There's like when I modeled it in MMANA and then I did live testing. The benefit that you get, I would say, does not come close to the convenience of ground radials. An extra 4% or 5% efficiency, and depending on where you are, like in Hawaii, it was no difference. I was getting about 98% efficiency with radials on the ground due to the salt. Due to the conductivity of the ground. But the thing about the elevated radials is you have to tune them, and now you're introducing extra variables. So when you change bands, you now have to tune 2 different things. And it's just like, even at 5% efficiency difference, isn't it just easier to just toss a bunch of radials? Like I used 40 meters worth. I used 8 5-meter long radials. I can literally just, I coil them up with how you do audio cables over under. I toss them out, connect them, they're in. And then I just adjust the whip. That's it. I don't need to worry about angling them, or I don't have to worry about people walking into them. It's whatever perceived gain. And people say that there's gain. There's 1 dB. If you're worried about 1 dB of gain, there's better places to get 1 dB of gain. So in the direction of your radial, you get like 1 or 1.5 dB. Well, if you're that worried about it and you're not running LMR 400, then you're not actually, then like why bother? You know what I mean? If you want absolute perfect efficiency, then I don't know. Maybe I'm a curmudgeon. But I see a lot of antennas being quote unquote invented by people who like their thing is coming up with new antennas that are good. But a lot of them are just other antennas that have existed for a long time, made in a new way. And it's, a humble dipole works great. A quarter wave vertical with radials on the ground. I mean, if you look at my POTA stats from Hawaii, I averaged over 100 QSOs for 500 plus activations. And there are people that'll tell me that it won't work. And I'm just like, okay, 50,000 QSOs says it does.
You answered a couple questions I had in there. Do those need to be tuned?
Yeah, if they're elevated, they do. If they're on the ground, they do not.
Here's another thing I noticed, and I can't really compare too much other than the fact I was in another location. I noticed it. So the first time I took my JNC radio MC-750 and beta model numbers out, which is a quarter wave whip with 4 radios. I don't know the length on those. Anyways, I had about S3 of noise across all the bands. Tim Grayman POTA suggested, hey, get a choke. Try that out. So I went and bought a choke, put it in line, and I had like no noise, like zero noise.
Yeah.
Does that help with? Go ahead.
Did you put it at the radio or at the antenna?
I put it at the radio.
Okay. So what's probably happening is your coax is, the optimal, my understanding, place to put a choke is to put one at the antenna and at the radio.
2?
Yeah. So at the radio, it's going to eliminate stuff that your coax shield picks up. So your coax is an antenna, even just laying on the ground. The shield can pick up, RFI and QRM and stuff. And my understanding is the choke at the radio will block that out. And the choke at the antenna will block common mode from coming back down the coax itself as well. The at the radio will block the common mode from getting into your radio, but if you block it at the antenna, it prevents the coax from being part of your antenna. But yeah, if you only have one and you have ground radials, I would say put it where you did, where Gray Man said, at your radio, if you only have one. The caveat being is if you go to elevated radials, you're going to have to put that choke at the antenna. And that's because if you don't have a piece of coax at the antenna, your coax now becomes a radial as well. And if you're using elevated radials, it'll create weird things where, because one's on the ground and one's in the air, they won't necessarily be like tuned or whatever.
Interesting.
But yeah. So with ground radials, I don't always do it just because it's just more stuff to carry.
Yeah. How do you elevate them anyways? You have to like.
Oh, so you
I don't know.
You put the entire antenna. Have you ever seen like a buddy stick?
Yes.
So the most common elevated radial system that people use now is essentially a buddy stick with an extra radial. So you have the quarter wave elevated, and then you elevate on the other side with like an electric fence post, like one of those things you get at Home Depot, the plastic fence post.
That's a lot of extra work.
Yeah, for 5% efficiency gain, it's this. I mean, you made what, 100 plus contacts?
Yeah.
Do you think 5% better efficiency would have, like, are you at a point where you're like, oh, if I had just 5% better antenna, like it would have made much of a difference for you?
No, other than I had a little trouble tuning 12 meters, but I mean, I didn't have any trouble making contacts. I was making it coast to coast, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Delaware, Florida, no problem.
So, and that's for me. That's why I continue to just use them on the ground, because if you want to change bands, you just change your whip and you're done. Versus changing the whip and your counterpoise.
I'm pretty happy with that antenna. It's definitely, I like my ATOS, the fact that I could just drive up and get on the radio and then drive out. I like that. Yep. But this thing was amazing. The stations I could hear with it and no noise. And
I have one similar to that, but I always still just prefer my 17-foot whip. Just because there's no coil.
I think I have to use a coil for 40.
Yeah. If you have a 17-foot whip, you'd need a coil on 40.
And it was 2:00 in the afternoon. So
yeah, if you're using 40 meters at 2 in the afternoon in California, I don't know that there's the ham, like, and the East Coast, you can do that because your your NVIS, well, I mean, even at a vertical, you're better off if in the afternoon on 40 meters, you're better off with like a sloper. But yeah, and on the West Coast, 40 meters during the daytime is probably not a great plan.
And Michael, yes, I actually saw the video, and you're right, it works. He made contacts.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I don't like about ham radio is, give me 1 second.
Clearing his
Sorry,
throat.
I didn't want to cough there into the mic. So there's something to be said about, it's an antenna and it works. And it's cool to just find random things to tune up and make into antennas.
Yeah, I think that's what he was just showing, I think.
Yeah, but that...
Is it practical? Probably not.
Some people will take that and extend it to, oh, that's all I need. Or, hey, that means it's good. There are some bad antennas that I like, just bad. And people say, well, I make contacts. And there's some people that like on really good solar days, you'll see they're like, hey, I only made 5 contacts today. And everyone else is like, dude, I'm getting 100 an hour, like the best solar conditions. But to say, hey, I'm making contacts, my antenna's good, is like, it's one of those, I don't want to call it a slippery slope, like, because I think it's cool to tune up like a stop sign and see if it works.
Hey, I tried to use a dumpster as a ground plane, so
yeah, and like,
I mean,
just to say, hey, I wonder if this stop sign or this dumpster will work as an antenna is cool, but that doesn't mean I'm just gonna go out there every day and just be like, hey, I'm gonna use a dumpster as my antenna every day. You know what I mean? You gotta.
I know, and I don't think he was trying to do that. He's just saying, hey, if you don't have resources.
No. I 100% understand what you're saying. And Mike's video was showing that. Like, I think that video was cool. What I guess I was saying is there are some people that will say, hey, my antenna works because I make contacts. Like, it's cool that he did a stop sign or like a railing, but I wouldn't do that every day. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool to experiment, but I wouldn't make that my go-to antenna for the rest of forever.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the HF antenna I'm going to have at my place here. It's going to be not even the best antenna, but it's going to be the least problematic antenna for me. And I know I'll be sacrificing huge performance with it, but it's the conditions that I have that I'm just going to have to deal with.
You think I'll be able to make an FT8 contact with you?
No.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe. I mean, I was able to reach the U.S. with a decent antenna from a park. But I am going to severely limit my operating away from my house. So unless I'm at a like club event where we have specific written pre-approval, I don't want to risk a negative interaction again like I had in the past.
It's fair.
It's unfortunate that some places in the world are not as free as the U.S. I 500 plus activations in the U.S. Never had a single negative interaction with anybody.
I've had the cops show up on me 3 times over at Butterfield.
Yeah.
One of them I was live streaming. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm talking on my radio. This is I don't know. I said this was Butterfield Trail. He just looked at me like I was smoking crack.
Okay.
And he's like, "Okay, well, are you loitering?" I'm like, "No, I'm here with purpose." He's like, "Okay."
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to talk about too much what happened to me, but in the U.S., I would say that if by U.S. standards, I would say that my civil rights were heavily violated. And I don't want to be subject to that again.
No. All for radio. All for making a contact. Just one more. Just one more.
No. Yeah. Last thing I need to do is be kicked out of this country.
Yeah, right? I'll get on 40 here in a few minutes. 40 doesn't seem to be happening until about 7:45 here.
So, Greg, did I ever tell you about when I did POTA in D.C. and me and the person that we were doing POTA with, like, got a little worried because of all the police presence that was around?
I think you did. I don't. If do you want to discuss it on the?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny.
go ahead.
I mean,
the people will probably love to hear it. Good POTA story.
Yeah, so we were doing the national. I can't remember what it was, but we were just set up. We had our antenna, and it was at the National Mall, like just a couple of blocks away from the White House. Like the White House is down the street. Cops just show up everywhere. They're looking in people's cars. They actually block off the roads on either side of the block. And we're like, oh, did someone call the police on us? Because they're, 2 dudes out here talking into a radio.
So was this at the National Mall, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just cops literally blocked off all traffic to the entire, for 2 or 3 blocks in each direction of us. And we're like, oh, does someone think that we're doing something sketchy? Because we felt like we were right in the middle of it. And they start bike cops looking in cars. And then there's dudes with rifles walking around in full tactical gear. And we're like, what is going on? And this is going on for 10 minutes. And then we see ambulances and we see fire trucks come out. And we're like, well, I don't think they'd call a fire truck for just people in the radio. But then 2 minutes out or a couple minutes later, the Marine One flew directly over us at 50 feet and landed at the White House. And we're like, oh, it's security for, the president coming home or leaving or whatever. But for 10 minutes, we were just I don't want to say tweaking out, but we were wondering did someone call the police and say there's some crazy people on the National Mall with big antennas? It was, and after it ended, it was pretty funny.
You never know what people think. I think my first POTA, there were some people on a horse. They were kind of like eyeballing me, and I think I looked over, and they had. And I was with Keith up there at Chino Hill State Park, and I looked over. I thought they had their camera, like their phone out, like looked like they were making, taking pictures with it. I just kind of ignored it, and then like 20 minutes later, park ranger kind of, does a drive-by and has his window down, and he kind of waves and he looks at everything on the table, all the radio gear, and making dust all in our face, by the way. And he just smiles and leaves. So I don't know if somebody was like, hey, what is this guy? Like, they're trying to like make something here that's illegal. I don't know. So yeah.
People are paranoid over things, and it's kind of weird because like anything that people would say that they think you might be doing would almost always be like, oh, he could be spying and like reporting on something with kids. It's like, bro, you'd have to be the dumbest person alive to try and use an HF radio to like spy on people. Like you'd literally be like the dumbest person alive, because cell phones, everyone has a cell phone, and you can take a HD picture completely zoomed in and send it to people, and no one would be any the wiser. Like, who's going to set up a 15-foot tall antenna to do that?
It's just like those auditors that are like recording by banks. People freak out. Oh, they might be casing the place. It's like, you think they'd do that in the middle of the day?
No, yeah. They're literally just doing that to create a scene so they can sue them.
Yeah.
But Greg, I'm going to step out.
Okay.
There's a satellite pass coming up that I'm going to try and work someone.
All right. Good luck.
I'll be listening with Bluetooth, but I won't be live.
Okay. All right. Are you going to come back later or?
Yeah, provided you're still on. I think it'll take about a half hour.
Yeah, I'll probably be on for at least another half hour. So, all right. I'm going to probably get on it. Yep.
I'll be receive only listening until then.
Receive only, so that everybody can talk crap about Eric when he leaves here.
Sure. I mean,
does it make us bad people?
I mean, it could.
I don't see how. Something, say something. Yeah.
I'll see you later.
See ya. All right. Let's see. Well, I'm making a contact with the N4. So maybe N4 Heart. Big Chew. That is an amplifier there. What's going on, Jason? Nice to see you in there. And every time I see you in here, I think about I should have worked out today. I did sit in the sauna today, so that's kind of a workout. Got a CB there. All right, let's see if I made the contact. Well, they're gone. Nope, they stopped calling me. All right. The heck with that. I ain't got no time. They're not calling me back. Same amount of noise as yesterday. You guys, first off, anybody hear any POTUS out here on 40?
This is QRO on the FT8 with the no RF interference to the audio. It was the PTT line.
An unbalanced PTT line?
QRO on the FT8
Yeah, right?
The no RF interference. I think you fixed it.
By the way, I was breezing through MTC radio the other day, because I know Ham Radio 2.0 just made a video walking through there. Man, they have some really good deals there.
You know what? I'm going to order this other.
Leave it as I can look you up there. You said you're in Wyoming. That's a little close. I usually can't talk to Wyoming on, well, wait a minute. That's 20 meters. I'm on 40 meters, so I guess I can talk to Wyoming. Go ahead.
233 and 239. What's going on?
Okay. Great. I used to live in Grand Junction. What city are you by? Close to Montrose. Whenever. Do you know Paul Martinson?
Do you know Dustin?
Do you know Paul Martinson up there?
No.
Do you know one of our guys knows
Jesus.
some people? Do you know a Paul Martinson there?
Do you know Paul?
Okay, the other half just wanted to know, so. Okay, well, thank you very. He's in Westboro, the other guy.
That's by
okay,
Four
thank you very
Corners,
much,
right?
and, 73 QRZ K6BBQ.
K6BBQ?
Okay, Kilo 7 Whiskey Papa. You're like 15
Did I hear that right? Or the K6P?
Excellent, and actually there's two whiskeys in there, Whiskey Papa.
Okay, 1 second here. Whiskey Papa. Okay. Kilo 7 Whiskey Papa. You have like 15, like strong 5.9 plus, Northern California.
Excellent, thanks for the 5.9 plus. You are a 5.5 into Utah Uniform Tango.
Thanks for the 5.5 plus. See you again. QRZ.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf. Nice strong signal here. 10 over. Northern California. Let me type that in. Okay. And you're in California. Do I recall right? K6EGG?
That's a QSL. You got a strong signal down here in Chino, about 40 miles east of Los Angeles tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I used to live in Anaheim as a kid and passed through Chino. Yeah, Evel Knievel was in jail there for a while, but that's a long time ago.
I live about, a mile north of that prison there, so I know what you're talking about.
Okay, excellent. Okay, well, thank you very much. Hope to catch you tomorrow. We'll be Whiskey Alpha 6 Mike for our CQP. So thank you and have a good night.
7-3.
73 QRZ.
Kilo 7 Uniform Alpha Papa.
It's K.
Tango Alpha November.
That's who spotted.
What a strong signal you have. 5.9 plus here. Go ahead.
He's K6 barbecue, right? Or is okay.
Great, Chris. Yeah, Kenwood sounding great. Thanks for the contact. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Your Kenwood sounding like garbage. Just kidding.
73 QRZ.
Kilo 9 Oscar Bravo.
Kilo 9 Oscar Bravo.
Kilo 9.
Oscar Bravo.
Kilo 9 Oscar Bravo.
Wow.
5.9 here.
That's Michigan.
California.
Thanks for 5.9. You're also 5.9 in Holland, Michigan tonight. Thank you.
Wow. Let me know when you guys know if there's a nice hole for me to be. I would love to get Michigan in here on 40 meters tonight. I haven't been locked up.
This This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use.
It's a big ass AM signal right next to me.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf is the frequency in use.
I did hear you. I heard the other station louder though.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf called CQ 40 meters from Chino, California.
I am not. Sorry for not having my mic open there. I rarely do that. You guys see me work this all the time. I have to work tomorrow, way early. I have to be at work at 6, 7, something like that.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters from Chino, California, outside of Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters.
Wow, it's going to be that kind of a night here, huh? Is 20 meters happening more? See, the reason why I'm on 40, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you. I want to get my star, my grids. I think I'm at 94. I need 100.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters from Chino, California, outside of Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters from Chino, California. Copy that. I hear all the tuning up, I guess. K6EGG, I got you in the logbook.
Roger.
Audio's always pumping through my S8 noise here.
Yeah, I widened it up here for 40 meter tonight, so I should be about 4K.
Let me widen up here. Hold on. Give it a shot.
All right there, yeah. K6EGG from K0 Bravo Fox here in northern Colorado.
Yeah, copy that. Sounding good there. I had to narrow back up just because of the noise, but yeah, I always got great sounding audio, loud, very distincted tones there.
Roger that there. Good. I'm 73. We'll see you out on the live stream.
7-3. QRZ. This is where I was hoping about 20 people would try to come back to me. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ on 40 meters from Chino, California, outside of Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ.
Really? All I hear is tones.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf called CQ 40 meters from Chino, California, 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Did it rain there today? It rained here today, believe it or not. I got out of the sauna. It was like misting.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf called CQ 40 meters from Chino, California. All right, we'll try here a couple more times. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf calling CQ 40 meters.
Whiskey Alpha 7 Foxtrot Lima Yankee.
Tom, it's great to hear you. You back home?
Hey there, Greg. Whiskey Alpha 7 Foxtrot Lima Yankee. Yeah, a lot of static here about 4949 QSL.
Hey, Tom, Whiskey Alpha 7, Foxtrot Lima Yankee, you're 5757 into Southern California. You at your home there?
Yeah, Roger, copy 57. Yeah, at home on the rain gutter. Yeah, just a lot of frying bacon on the band tonight, QSL.
Yeah, I got a lot of noise here. Was hoping for a little bit better band, but I was able to play radio every day this week, which I haven't been able to do since last February. So lots of fun last couple days. And it's good to get you on POTA last night as well.
Yeah, thanks for hunting me down, and thanks for pointing out your video. I checked it out. That was pretty cool to get to look back on that. Well, go grab some more there, Greg. Hopefully you can catch somebody else on the 40 meters there. K6EGG W87FLY. 73, like and subscribe.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf called CQ 40 meters from the city of Chino, California, 2 miles north of the Chino Airport.
Kilo Mike 7, Mike Golf Mike.
Kilo Golf 7, Mike Golf Mike, you're 5959 in the city of Chino tonight.
That's Kilo Mike 7, Mike Golf Mike.
Kilo Mike 7, Mike Golf Mike. Did I say that right? I think I put it in right.
Yeah, you got it that time. Yeah, this is Mike, and I'm in Marana, Arizona.
Copy that. Don't you have an airport out by there?
There's one in Pinell Air Park, which is right about a mile north of me.
Yeah, I watch a lot of videos of airplanes being moved around, I guess delivered, and put the rest there at that airport nearby. Yeah, great signal here into Southern California tonight.
Yeah, you're doing good too. You're doing about a 5.9 plus 10 here in Marana, Arizona.
And I'm just looking at, so you're a little ways out. Oh, so you're in between Tucson and Phoenix. I thought you were up by Glendale. I'm thinking maybe Goodyear, maybe. That's maybe what I'm thinking.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there's an airport, of course, in Tucson, but there's an airport right north of me where they do the National Guard and stuff like that, do parachute training up there. And there's a repair and maintenance facility in Pinell Airport.
We'll copy that. Excellent. Well, good to get you in the logbook for our first time there, Michael. Kilo Mike 7 Mike Golf Mike. I hope I said that right again. I think I typed it in right, but I said it wrong to you. But I appreciate the contact. Way out there from Arizona tonight, north of Tucson.
Roger. Yeah, I'm up late tonight. I usually don't stay up this late playing with radios, but I've been playing around.
Are you home right now?
An SDR, and I heard you out there, so I said, I'll give you a call. So it's nice talking to you there. K6EGG. This is KM7MGF and 73.
73 from California, QRZ. Okay, all I heard was a kilo in that one. Try again. Kilo 8 Whiskey Alpha Sierra. You're dropping in and out, so I hope I got that one right. All right, we'll try again. Kilo 8 Alpha. Sorry, Kilo 8 Victor Alpha Sierra. Hey, it's Zane. Nice to hear you in here. Sorry, man, you keep dropping in and out of my nasty S8 noise. Good to get you in here tonight.
See, Dakota, if you had you won't be there much longer, but if you had a radio, you could hear me. It's making it all the way into Tucson. If you go walk outside, my signal is float through your body.
All right, Zane, I completely lost you on that one, but enough of a contact to put you in the logbook. I appreciate it. And 7-3. I got you that time. 7-3, man. QRZ. Is there Kilo Bravo something in there?
Can somebody else hear him?
I think it was Kilo Bravo 3.
I got no copy of you, man. You dipped back into my noise floor. We'll try again. This is
Kilo 6 Echo Golf called CQ 40 meters from Chino, California.
Kilo Bravo 6 Quebec, 3D62.
Kilo Bravo 6 Quebec. You're a 5. I'm going to give you a 5-5. 5-5. I got a lot of noise here tonight.
Yeah, I got you. You are 859, and my last transmission so this is solid.
Well, unfortunately, kind of dipped in my noise floor. I'm going to give it a shot again. It looks like you're out in Lincoln, California, correct?
Yes, my QTH is Lincoln, but right now we are up by Truckee, California.
Copy that, like over the mountain areas. Is that if I'm familiar with that area, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Camp out for California QSO party tomorrow.
Excellent. Well, I got you in a logbook. I think this is our first QSO, and I hope you have fun tomorrow.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking me.
I can use some more voice contacts on different counties here in the California. Sorry, I don't know why I'm stuttering, but yeah, I could definitely use some more some new counties. So I'm looking forward to maybe getting a couple tomorrow night.
Yeah, that'd be good. If you want to log this one, technically we are Sierra County.
Copy that. All right, so I'll log you in once this gets through into Sierra County. Do you confirm on Logbook of the World and QRZ?
Just QRZ.
Okay, cool. So I'll put that in there as Sierra County. All right, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, good night.
if I have a good signal.
All right, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf calling CQ 40 meters from Chino, California.
Nice, I got some new contacts tonight. I need four more different
November 7th, Kilo X-ray.
November 7 Victor Kilo X-ray, is that correct?
November 7th, Whiskey Kilo X-ray.
November 7 Whiskey Kilo X-ray, is that correct?
That is correct. I'll use the name here, and then Western North.
Dave, nice to hear you. I'm doing good. This is Greg, Golf Romeo Echo Golf here in Southern California. Good to hear you out here tonight. Lot of noise. It looks like our first contact on 40 meters, so I appreciate you coming back to me tonight.
Well, I'm glad that we could do that. I've been moving my ham shack into my new ham shack. It's been about a 4-month thing, and I'm having a little bit of antenna problems and cable problems and a little bit of this.
Well, copy that. And are you still I'm looking at QRZ right now. Do you still have that red barn set up? Is that how your station is?
Yeah, and the last issue is new ham shack I just built in the barn, and
I don't know, dude. I don't have those turned on. I have witnesses to that.
Hey, Dave, you fell into my noise floor again, but I have you in my logbook, and I really am jealous of your antenna farm there. I remember looking at this before. I wish I had something set up like that in my home QTH, but what you have in the front of that red barn is more space than I have in my entire yard. So I appreciate the contact, and 7-3 from Southern California.
Okay, can you give me your call one more time and I'm going to
Sure, absolutely. It's Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Okay, well, where are you at in Southern California?
I'm in the city of Chino, which is about 40 miles east of Los Angeles.
Okay, well, I spend the winter in Morro Bay.
Is he done talking?
I'm starting to. You're starting to fade on me some more there. You came up a little bit for a little bit of that last transmission, but you faded out on me. So I'll say 7-3 there, Dave.
7-3 is fine.
See if anybody else is out here in 40 meters. This is Kilo 6 Echo Germany, calling some CQ tonight from Chino, California.
Yeah, so I believe YouTube puts those in based on how much you watch. So I don't know how that works. It doesn't mean I'm getting the money from them because I'm not turned on for monetization. I get if I get a complaint, that's probably the most I get out of. You got to turn the ads off. They're not on. I don't know if you guys watched that night that I was live streaming by mistake. I had all my information on that says all that stuff, so I don't want to put it on right now because I'm not in that screen. But all that stuff's turned off, so I have no control over that, unfortunately. I wish I did.
This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, called CQ 40 meters from Chino, California, outside of Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, called CQ 40 meters.
Kilo Echo 0, Mike Alpha Delta.
Sean, always got a great signal in here, man.
Yeah, not the best signal for you, but you're in there.
What? That's unfortunate. Yeah, the band's, I think it's still settling out after that solar activity or whatever. I don't know if it was a solar flare or solar winds, but you're still sounding good.
Yep, you're in there. It's just not the best of signal, but anyway, Greg, hear you. You're about a 5 and 7. I mean, 5 and 7, but there's a lot of noise, a lot of atmospheric noise tonight here. Anyway, K0 maybe.
Copy that. 7-3. So I appreciate the our 76th contact, or at least booked contact on voice. 73. Anybody else out here on 40 meters would love to make a quick contact with you. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, calling CQ on 40 meters.
I might go hunting around here. How long does a QSO party go on for California?
All right, one last time before I scoot around the band, see if I hear anybody else. This is Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf, called CQ 40 meters from the city of Chino, California, outside of Los Angeles. Once again, this is Kilo 6 Echo Germany, called CQ 40 meters tonight.
Oh, so they start tomorrow. Well, tomorrow morning for us. So 3, 10, 13 hours from now. To 11 a.m. tomorrow morning for my time. All right, this is
Kilo 6 Echo Germany, QSY.
Let's see what we got here, folks. A 9 a.m. my time. I'm really bad on my math today. Must have been all that Chick-fil-A I just had.
The couch here for you. Come on, get cozy.
Whoa. Whoa.
I said nothing about it.
Whoa. We're talking about cuddling and getting cozy.
I'm going nowhere.
Whoa. Somebody's blushing there. I'm blushing on the radio.
This is why I hang out with you guys.
Wow. All right. Is the wind system TechNet still going on? Welcome back.
Operate. I was running barefoot. I was running 80 watts. I'm now running 700.
So if I do this right here, right? I was gonna mention this the other day. If I do this,
I needed it, but thanks for the 5.9.
Right?
That should push me at
So,
about 20 over.
I could just say I'm running barefoot, right? But I'm running 100 watts. Sorry. I had to do it. I was waiting for someone to say that.
And my aunt was Gene Kelly's personal assistant during the war, during his USO days, and then kept wandering away.
Where's Nate where you can get the screenshot?
They didn't know I had autism. My parents couldn't keep track of me. My aunt took custody and said if I could walk away from that.
Egg timer. Start the egg timer. I should get a thing on the screen for egg timer.
Smart little cookie. I never did wander away and made it the whole 10 years.
It's got a good signal.
I have a lot of friends in the movie business. In fact, I'm due for a trip out there one of these days. Got a lot of folks there that I haven't seen for a while. All right, well, Troy, you're doing a great job. I'm familiar with the antenna. Also, very familiar with Valley Center and Palomar Mountain. We used to go camping up in that area.
Out. Well, he's talking about out Southern California.
Whenever we had a chance, my aunt used to bring me up there. It's amazing that
he's got to be up to 2 minutes now.
Access to so many different places, especially kept me versed in the arts and sciences, mostly sciences, and I wasn't too terribly crazy about the acting.
Really
I was
good
more
signal.
interested in the flipping of cars and blowing up of things, which they did quite often there on the back lot of Warner Brothers. Those were good days indeed. All right, Troy, the blessings to you and your family. Get some sleep. I'm going into my, I believe I'm going into my 40th hour. Normally I can say wait between 40 and 50 hours, a combination of medication and my autism. Been doing this my whole life, so it's
40 hours up?
All right, have a great night.
You beat me.
Take care, 73s, and
I did 36 up.
See you again here on the band.
No nap, no nothing.
Kilo 6, Papa Alpha. Mr. Troy over there in San Dimas, just outside of L.A.
He's in San Dimas. He's right here.
November 7, Victor.
I don't hear you at all.
Mr. Autismic, they call me, I guess. They call me a lot of things. I'll let
You're
you go,
not coming through.
and we'll talk to you again. 73s. Any
I
of the
wasn't
stations
talking.
out there peaking.
You sound better there.
For real?
I need to hang it.
Keep talking.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you don't sound muffled.
Okay, so it's not the mixer, it's the Mac.
I think it's a setting in your Mac.
Pick me up.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
still
on my-
going.
I'm on my Linux box now. I figured, well, this thing's got USB into 2 computers. Why don't I just try the other computer?
This guy went 5 minutes, by the way, almost. It sounds amazing right now.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Actually, give me a little bit more gain.
Okay, so back up to 50 dB of gain.
All right, let me back you
Is
off
that
a little bit. Do you guys agree? Does he sound better? Who's in here? Cam, notice it? I don't know if he's still in here. Yeah, you sound amazing.
Okay, so clearly I just need to
It's
figure out
probably
what's
a setting.
going on with the computer, not the mix. So I can leave the mixer alone. So that's good.
Yes. I thought you were double sent. I'm going to go with double sending.
Okay, yeah, very good, Troy. Just real quick before you run off, I don't believe
I'm going to go
anything
another
is
5 minutes, dude. No. Yes, San Dimas. I don't think that was actually filmed in San Dimas. I think it was filmed in Simi Valley. I think, but don't quote me.
Okay. I'm reset back to how I was at the start of the stream.
Talk again?
Testing one. Oh, I got a frog in my throat. Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say something sounds different.
The 2496 is the one that most of the guys will run.
It's a 2496.
Powerful unit. I probably told you about that last time.
John, are you retired, by the way?
It's got a lot of stuff.
I think we've discussed this.
Okay, now I think I'm back.
You're back, and you don't sound like you have a frog in your stomach or a throat.
Yeah. Well, at least I know, like, I've narrowed down what I need to fiddle with. So that's good. And I sound different in my headset. So clearly the Mac was outputting back into the mixer too, somehow.
Yeah, I think you're getting double sent. Yeah, I don't think any of it was shot in San Dimas. I think the front of the high school was, and I think that was it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate any.
That's weird. Yeah, I think for some reason you're getting double sent somehow. I don't know what it is, but you sound way better. Oh my God. You there?
You know what it might be? It might be that, I don't know, because I limited it at one point to just the microphone and it was still doing it. I was thinking if I had the main audio from the computer going into the mixer and I was sending it back via the chat audio, that it was coming back out the main, but I don't know.
Where did you have your settings set in the Mac?
Just in Sonobus. I didn't change anything else.
I would look at what your settings were.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that. Nothing is simple and clear in the Mac.
And then you'll tune across the band, and then they'll.
The devices or loopback looks fine. I have everything turned off. Maybe I need to reboot the Mac. I haven't rebooted it in a while.
I don't know. I would say look at your input and output settings in your Mac.
We'll see what Matt comes
do you think in Sonobus or in?
But that's usually what happens.
So you have settings here.
You really liked, and so like, yeah, I need one of those. Okay, yeah. Well, so you don't hear any buzzing on there. It sounds relief.
So you'll have one here. So you can set your input and your output, right?
Yeah.
So if you see mine are different, my input's different than my output.
Yeah.
And you can also play stuff through other units. So you can set. On my other computer, I can't show the screen, but it shows all the virtual inputs and outputs. And I think that mixer, don't quote me, it creates a virtual in and output too, which is called sends or minuses, mixed minuses maybe?
Mine or yours?
Yours.
No, so mine creates I've got an input and output for main, and then an input and output for output for chat. So it has 2 ins and 2 outs. That way, so I had Sonobus connected for the chat, which is separate than the main, and the main would be connected to my radio and stuff.
Basically what I'm saying is you may have a conflict when you have your Sonobus settings and your input output settings might be conflicting, or there might be sending both.
So what's interesting now is I think if I play any sounds whatsoever on the computer, it'll come through sound or Sonobus. And you'd hear it.
Well, you're on your PC, so I don't know how that works. He's using
Well,
a Rode Dual. Did I say that right?
Duo.
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 On the radio.
Well, yeah, I turned it all off.
I don't know. I have to go experiment back. You sound really good.
That's
you
good.
Literally sound like you're sitting next to me, and you're on the other side of the planet.
Well, that's good. That's what Sonobus is for, yeah?
Yeah. Right? Would you guys agree? He sounds better. Definitely sounds better than he did.
That's good because his audio setup costs way too much money for how bad it sounded.
Yeah, I knew something was off. I would go back to the Apple and then check the settings and sounds.
You know, this just confirms that Linux is just better.
Well, my sounds okay. I'm using an Apple.
I don't know, Greg. Like, maybe you should just switch to Linux.
Dakota, do you use Linux? I could see him using Linux. I could see you and Dakota having a good time together, talking about 2110 stuff and all kinds of stuff.
I don't know what a 2110 is.
I don't either. It just sounds good. It's IP-based stuff. He's calling you an ATM.
I think it means at the moment.
Oh, okay. I was trying to be funny, but I would try to go back to your Apple and see if you can get the settings correct. Unless you like this one better.
Well, if this one sounds good, I can, you know what? I'll reconnect with the Apple. I'm going to reboot the Apple real quick.
Reboot the Apple with that thing plugged into it.
Yeah.
So he uses Linux, but not for his PC. Mac is so easy, though.
Clearly.
For a dumbass like me. And it's better for media stuff. At least it used to be. We have a lot of PC at work, and sometimes I have to go in there. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, I think what a lot of people do is they compare a $2,000 MacBook to a $300, PC laptop. Like if you get a good quality like Dell like business machine or like a ThinkPad X1 Carbon.
And Tom, I have a question for you. So you bring your radio when you go on a trip? Is that what I'm guessing you went down to Portland? I don't know. I don't have a $4,000 computer.
See, and the Mac is better really for media thing. That may have been true in like the 90s when Adobe made all of their stuff for Mac and then ported it to PC. But they make it for PC now and port it to Mac. Like, and doesn't I know for the longest time, I don't know if they're still running. Pixar used I thought maybe the building was falling down.
Bad building codes there in Singapore.
I hear like pounding through the wall right now.
And Dakota, to your point, isn't it amazing how good he sounds? And he's literally, I don't know, 8,000 miles away?
Probably, yeah.
And your ping time it's cut off on the screen. It's a 170, 180 round trip. That's
okay. So I'm fully restarted. I'm going to disconnect from, the glory of Linux and connect over on the Mac and see if.
So did you got to restart the Mac with it plugged in though?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, you started it. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
But how was he in here if he restarted it with a Mac? You're back.
Okay. I am back on Mac.
You sound good.
Okay. So rebooting the Mac fixed it?
Maybe. I just hear some background noise.
Did you hear it on the Linux machine too?
No.
Weird. Is the background noise like sound like an air conditioner?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's traffic outside.
What time is it there?
Yeah.
What?
It's lunchtime.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's true. Adobe makes software for.
Okay, I'm gonna switch back over to the Linuxes.
Okay.
And then once you get it balanced, then you can go for adding some flavor to it.
Wow, I hear some. I'm getting. Whoa.
That was some loop action there for sure.
Was it? So no, I don't understand. So you're plugging into two different computers at once?
Yeah. So there, when you had that weird loop thing, that was because the output of the Mac is going into the mixer and serving as an input into the Linux machine. So there was definitely a loop there.
They have a question for you there.
Yeah, Tommy Boy, I'm on Ubuntu 22.4 long-term support release. I know, I'm super basic, but it works.
I have no idea what you just said there. You sound good.
That's good.
It's weird. I don't hear any background noise on this one.
I wonder if I have audio isolation set or something.
But I'm confused. So it's not saving your settings when you're going between computers. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I mean the settings on Sonobus itself. I wonder if that's different.
Oh. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
So it looks like instead of sending you 48K 512, I'm sending you 48K 256.
Send me 512.
All right. I am now sending you 512 samples.
Doesn't sound much different. It should be about 10 millisecond delayed.
Yeah. Yep.
It should be. Hold on. What were you sending me before? 256?
Yeah, which should have been about 5 milliseconds.
But this will be better quality. Should be better quality.
Take a look, yeah, because that's the nice thing about the too. Like, I can't change the queue on everything, so yeah, it's got a lot to learn. So we'll have some fun playing around with it.
Yeah, you sound really good now. Whatever that was. So I wonder if it's your settings in Sonobus that are causing that hollowness. Like you got the monitor up or something and you're resending that back?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should just uninstall it and reinstall it.
Nah.
That's the Mac way, right?
It will. Sometimes it will save all your settings.
Anyway, that's my story here. There, Kilo Quebec 4 Bravo Papa Zulu Kilo Mike 5 Victor India over.
Kilo Mike 5 India. Kilo Mike 5 India? What was it?
Yeah, this is about a kilowatt. Plus or minus.
It's like KW.
Somewhere in there, over.
I have my buffer down under 100 milliseconds right now, too. Are you in wire for your internet?
Yeah. I'm on a 1 gig port into the 10 gigs.
Oh my God.
Router.
You're almost directly into fiber. Where's your fiber end?
What's that?
Where does your fiber end?
About 15 feet from me.
Oh, so you're probably then directly connected to the gateway.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when I do like a speed, let me pull up a speed test real quick.
I have a better connection with you than I do with Sam in Alabama. And I'm not joking.
Anyway, very nice to.
This is amazing.
Ralph, you have a lovely signal.
So right now, while watching your stream in, what am I? I'm watching 1080p, 60 hertz. and connected on Sonobus. And I've got 928 meg down, 935 meg up with a 3-second ping time to the speed test bus, or 3 millisecond.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is I think where I'm located now is one of the top cities in the world for fast internet. And I do have a 10 gig connection, but I only have one. I think I only have one device.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
This is Kilo Mary 5 Victoria India calling 6.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
I heard Kilo Golf something.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Yeah, try it one more time, please.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Yeah, I'm just not calling it out there. Try it one more time again, over.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. Did I get that okay?
QSL, QSL, QSL.
Okay, very good. Name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango Tango. I'm located in Texas. Not very strong copy here. I'm going to give you about a 3 and 5, about a 3 by 5. Over.
3 by 5, 3 by 5, QSL, QSL. Can I get your call letters again? Is it Kilo Mike 5, Victor India?
Okay, Roger, Roger. Yeah, we'll try again sometime when it's a little better conditions. Rough copy right at the moment there. All right, my friend, take care. Kilo Golf 6 Echo Golf Golf, Kilo Mike 5, Victor India 73.
It's Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf.
This is Kilo Mary 5, Victoria India, QRZ.
I don't make it into Houston very often at 40. I'm going to log them. No, I do the same thing. Oh, I've gotten a QSO with them on 15.
Okay, I heard Radio Oscar, Radio Oscar. Okay, I got November 3 Oscar, November 3 Oscar.
He's having trouble tonight. Spanish speakers?
About 25 feet off the ground, strung between two pine trees, so join the club.
Oh, it sounds great there. A little bit of QSC, so you come up to about a half mile. The freeway here is all stuff you do with 530. Right into the bars of DMR up there, right there.
I'm sorry. So you guys had the fastest internet probably in the world, which I've heard that too.
I think on average, maybe not the fastest, but among the fastest.
So what I understand, at least from my situation, from what, and you probably know more, you might be able to decode this for me. So I think I mentioned this to you before. So I connect to a central hub directly to Pomona, and that Pomona central office is connected with a gateway in downtown Los Angeles that is like connected, as he said, one Wilshire, I think he said. And he's like, that's like connected to everything in the world. It's like all the servers are there or something for the West Coast.
Oh yeah, it's probably a cable landing site.
And he said the fiber in the air for Frontier or whatever it's going to be, I think Verizon now, it's changing over next month, is like, it's pretty fast compared to the rest of the country just because the way it's connected. Like they used to like take a fiber connection and modulate it with like 16 other. I don't understand this. Maybe you might.
Multiplexing.
Well, mine is a direct one fiber to the central office. Like he shined a light to the central office, and it was just, that's my own, and that's connected to.
So one Wilshire is I think core site LA1. So that is the like main cable landing site for cables going to Asia and for the entire West Coast.
So we have a good connection is what he's saying. So what does NAP mean?
NAP, what do you mean?
I'm sorry. I'm asking what Gray Man Tim.
Okay.
Looking at me why it's on the bench and say, why are you benching?
Dang, I got to get up at freaking 5 tomorrow morning.
Solid state one. Here's see how the solid state one works. And it's a great amp, this Mercury. The only thing I don't like.
So we like, I don't know. We might be fiber almost all the way.
That if you get 125,
I'm looking at. I don't have the fun stuff to look at.
Do you think there's a direct fiber link between Singapore and here?
I prefer not to say where I'm at this point, even though I've said it a bunch.
Yeah, you said it earlier today.
Did it? No, I
thought you did.
Yeah. Did I? Okay, I gotta get better at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's not an issue. It's just the I want to reduce my visibility because of that incident.
Okay.
But yeah, there's probably. I mean, so if you look at undersea cable maps, there's probably a cable going from LA to Hawaii to Guam. And then it gets to a mess once it gets over here. Yeah, through like the Java Sea and then up here. Yeah, so basically from where you're at, both you and I are very, very close to the cable landing sites, which is where the cables come up out of the ocean.
It's weird that the cable goes directly. What's up, Mike? Nice to see you in here. And Tim, you've never said what NEP means. NAP. Good to see you in here. I didn't get to say body the other day. Network access point. There you go. And apparently, and yet, so yes, I hope so. And once again, I'm not, this isn't my field. He said that my ONT box was the newer version and I can get up to 10 gigs on that, which I don't need that. I only have 500 right now. Because I'm running all this stuff right now and I'm not even eating up a quarter of what I need. Oh, I have optical network transport.
Terminal.
Terminal. Okay. So terminal, not transport. ONT box. I was hoping to make a contact with those
guys. The ONT is the device that's in your house.
Yes. Mine's downstairs. I wish when I had my walls open for a water leak, I should have ran some single mode in there. But I didn't. I was going to, but I didn't. I was going to run a 4-strand downstairs.
I mean, you don't really need to run fiber through the house.
I was going to put the ONT box right in here.
Oh, gotcha. Because
I can't get 5 gig up here, even if I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean,
or 10 gig.
You always got to kind of be careful running your own fiber. It breaks so easy.
I was gonna put some tack.
Yeah.
Tack 4 in. I wasn't gonna just do the real thin whatever, and they were already gonna have connectors on it. I linked it out, and it was during COVID. After COVID, I didn't have the money. I'm like, because I could have just put that thing in there and went on the way.
Yeah,
you're using it.
I've got a 1 meter thing of Cat6 going into my my breakout box, which feeds everything in the house. And then I've got a 1 meter from the drop on my wall going into my 1 gig switch, and then another. So I have other than the stuff that's in the wall, I have 3 meters of Cat6.
So that's nothing.
Yeah, and I have 1 gig switch. I have a couple of 1 gig switches. And the weird thing, I mean, I don't know if it's weird. So it's actually 2 networks in my house, which I broke off into 3. But the 10 gig has a different IP range than the 1 gig ports. So if I have anything plugged into the 10 gig side, I would need to put a 10 gig switch in my network closet and feed everything off that, which I probably should do. But then I'm going to need to get like 3 10 gig switches, and that's like $900.
So when you plug into your, so you have a 10 gig and a 1 gig, you said?
So yeah, I've got, my house has, I have 6 1 gig ports wired in the house. Or I'm sorry, the ports actually aren't speed specific. They can do 10 gig. So I have 6 drops in my house, 3 in the living room, 1 in one bedroom and 2 in another bedroom. And I can connect those up to the ONT box, either via 1 gig or 10 gig. But I can't mix and match and have them talk to each other.
Can you aggregate them?
What do you mean?
Aggregate them. Like aggregate them in your router. Are they 2 different?
So they're completely 2 different networks.
So you would get a different IP off of each one. So okay, that makes sense.
The one I get a Class C, and I think the other one it might also be Class C, but it's a completely different IP range, and it does not allow me to change it. So in order for me to change it, I would have to put a 10 gig switch in my network closet, and then at each point, we're like at my computer desk, I need more than just the 2 drops, so I would need another 10 gig switch. And it's just, I don't know that I want to be buying 3 10 gig switches.
Why do you have 2 different levels of internet going in on 2 different, is it work stuff or?
No.
That's a lot of, I don't know. I would get charged 2 different fees for that if I did that.
No, so I have the ONT box has two different networks. One of them is 10 gig and one has 1 gig ports. I don't know why, but that's how the box is.
I think mine does the same thing.
So if I want to have 10 gig, I can use the 1 10 gig port on my ONT box. But then that means I need to now provide my own switch instead of using the 1 gig switch that they have and the 1 gig switches I already have. So in order to make everything in my house 10 gig, I would need to go buy the switches. But then also, like, none of my devices, the fastest device I have is my Framework laptop, and that's 2.5 gig. So even if I did spend $1,000 to get 10 gig switches, I would then need to go get 10 gig USB Ethernet ports. So I'm looking at $2,000 minimum to get my stuff up to 10 gig. And it's just, why? I can have one dedicated on the 10 gig side for like caching and activities. But the rest of the house, like, I don't need 10 gig to watch YouTube. I can watch.
You don't even need a gig.
Yeah. But on the 10 gig side, you can download a 4 gig, like, let's say you have a Amazon Prime and you buy a movie and download it, like, it's fast.
I just don't need that much bandwidth. I don't. I mean,
so Ted, I would need another switch because I don't have one computer. I have many computers, and I'm not going to go through the hassle of putting stuff on 10 gig unless they're all on 10 gig. Because they're on separate Class C networks that I can't change. So that would mean if I have a 10 gig thing on one computer, it now cannot talk to another computer. And I'm not doing that. Like, if the PC that I'm using my radio on can't talk to my logging server, then why bother? So yes, I would need multiple switches.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, is it? Like, I don't really need 10 gigs. Like,
do you really even need a gig?
Well, and the thing is too, it's because the actual connection is 10 gigs, I can run all of my 1 gig stuff at 1 gig and still not max out. So if I'm watching, I can watch like 4K video on 3 separate computers all at the same time and still have plenty of bandwidth left over.
All that consumer 4K is only running at 40 megs though.
Yeah. So it's like,
I don't know. I had a gig, and it's like, it's very is this, I don't know if this is the proper term, gimmicky, because you don't really, I mean, unless you have like 30 people at your house, you don't need a gig. You just don't.
I mean, it's nice when like if you're uploading a video to YouTube, like it's done.
Big deal. It's like 400 megs. It's not that big of a file anyways, but
yeah.
I know somebody, I'm not going to say names because you might watch, but they're like, I got a 5 gig at my house. I'm like, okay, well, why?
Yeah.
I lowered mine to 500 megs.
The funny thing is, I have the 10 gig right now set up as my IoT network. So I've got a little mini PC running Home Assistant, and I've got some Wi-Fi switches. So, I have a separate, the Wi-Fi switch to turn on my radio is at 10 gig. So, Grayman, why I would need more than one 10 gig switch is I have more devices than I have drops. I have 2 network drops at my desk. I have more than 2 network devices at my desk. So I would need a switch in my network closet to feed the 6 network drops in my house. And then when I am at my computer desk, the 2 that are there is not enough. So I need another switch. So yes, I would need more than one switch. Within arm's reach of me, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 devices connected within arm's reach of me right now. So I can't run that off of just 2 drops.
Yeah, he was the designer of the amplifier.
The thing I like about the fiber, it's the latency. Latency. There's very little latency. Oh, that's pretty cool.
The reason why I would need to switch in the network closet is because I have stuff in other rooms that I want to be on the same network.
Had to replace the HF plate choke.
But in any case, it doesn't matter since all of my devices are, except for one, are 1 gig anyway. So I'm not dropping $2,000 to $3,000.
Gas discharge tubes protection. I put that in, and then I changed the bias. Resistor on the grid.
Dang, I can't spell.
Anyway, yeah, I've still got some of the old RCA.
What's up, John? The bands are not that good today. So we're talking about internet, the interwebs, the new HF, I guess.
I guess if I ever run out of them, I got 1 or 2 extras, but if I ever run out of them,
there's way more latency on fiber than RF. You're correct, but as far as you're not getting RF signal in for your fiber, for your internet, if you're running cable modem, there's definitely
more latency via the media for fiber.
The conversions, you mean, right?
But yeah, once you're using like, you know, your Wi-Fi hotspot, that's where your latency comes in. It's not the actual radio waves going through space, but it's, you know, your commercial grade Wi-Fi or even home grade Wi-Fi is going to introduce more issues than just keeping it all wire.
It's all kinds of conversation going on.
Yeah, glass does provide latency, but so does the actual device turning your IP data into wigglies. And over the course of the 100 feet of cable in my house, it's effectively none. I have less than 1 millisecond. I mean, I have 3 millisecond to like the main hub in this country. So if I had RF to it, I would have still less than 1 millisecond.
My name is David, and my old NIST number is 14385.
It's a net. John, you know what? That's the best statement all night. You win the award for that. I gotta say, so Tim, let's go back to this real quick. So what you're saying to me, if somebody has cable modem next door to me, which is basically mostly on RF through coax, at least down at least, I don't know, 4 blocks away it gets converted, I'm guessing, has less latency than a fiber directly to the house? Yes, there's emergency traffic here. I gotta go to the bathroom. This sounds like the old MissNet.
Yeah, Rich, hold on just a minute. Bad Mike, did you take a look for emergency or priority?
I don't know. When I had cable modem here, like the best like latency I can get out of it was like 33 milliseconds. And I know 33 milliseconds to 2 milliseconds is not that big of a deal, but it is when you start adding stuff into it.
All right, that's it.
What am I getting right now?
General announcement or net business of general HFCB amount. I do not have anything at the time.
Sorry for the echo there. I'm getting a 4 millisecond ping time there. Let's do this. Keep in mind, I am right now uploading 1080p at 40 megs, 60 frames, and I'm downloading 1080p at 60 frames, and I've got somebody on Sonobus that's not eating up too much bandwidth. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy with that connection. I've had the slowest or the fastest I've seen was probably 2 milliseconds.
Greg, those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers up. I got 1 millisecond ping time for the speed test website.
Is that your ping? Is that the? Well, that's to that's to a server. It just happens to be my provider. So that's the ping to a server that just happens to be my provider. What if I would? So here's a different one. Well, this is where I'm connecting to the internet. I'm getting a little jitter because I'm probably uploading a lot of video, obviously, right now. But this is so as far as I understand, I'm connecting to a Google server for my internet, from my live stream in Pasadena. I believe it's in Pasadena.
Contact made with a combo station will only count as one call. We currently do not have any combo stations checked in.
You want me to change Chicago?
So with that, we are going to go back and look for some more check-in. Check-in for the 40-meter Ole Miss late net call with your call sign.
I am not. I am done with baseball. That's a lot slower there, but I still got a pretty fast connection. Ping time, obviously, because that's physics going across the country. I don't know the math on the bad upload. Well, there's Chicago up by you.
Greg, you know it's funny?
I just heard a pop. Yeah, go ahead.
So I just selected Frontier in Los Angeles as my speed test provider.
Yep.
And I have higher bandwidth to Frontier than you do.
Well, yeah, because I don't have my 500. I'm limited at 500.
Yeah, and I just hit them at 600.
What was your ping time on it?
172.
That's pretty much what I'm getting from you, right? Well, you just went up to the 180s. Yeah, that's pretty good. Is that Matt in there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Whoa, you're very loud. Yes, I hear you.
Do I need to be turned down a little bit?
Yeah, a
You
little
need
bit.
to be turned on. Nope, that's... No. All right. That was...
I have a pretty good connection with you. Do you have fiber at your house, Matt?
No, I have cable.
Seems like we got a pretty decent connection. You have a gig down, the whole 9 yards?
Yeah, I'd gig down and about 30 megabits up, but it works really good.
I'm pretty happy.
I got
with
about
that.
200 milliseconds to Matt on ping time.
What about compared to me?
You're 180.
Where do you guys see all this? Oh, I see. Okay.
On the right?
Yeah, I'm 70, 80 to Greg, and then 140 to you, Hamstick.
Bring it down a little bit. So the latency, it's a combination of, I think, the conversions. I don't know how exactly that works. You guys see that in the corner. I have the ping times cut off for you folks on the screen.
So I wanted to dispel a couple of myths for you, Greg, when it comes to apples.
Okay, go ahead.
So all these programs that you're talking about, these old programs like they were telling you, are they're PC ones ported to Mac now. But the thing is they, like other people said, they're comparing these brand new Macs, these beautiful Macs, to old junky laptops that they bought secondhand for $300. You know, they're garbage laptops. When I've got a machine that'll stomp the living crap out of most Macs, and will render things at half the amount of time that a laptop will.
Okay.
It's
including
PC is actually better than Mac now when it comes to overall, because you can do Linux, you can do everything else. I'm sure you can on the Macs too, but the hardware is more customizable. It's easier to work on. It's replaceable,
including the displays and everything.
Mac killed Linux on Macs now.
Oh, did they? Yeah, that sucks because
the M1s
Linux is great. If as long as you try all three and don't have a bias for one or the other, it's not so bad. It's basically how I put it is I've used PC, I've used Mac, and I've used Linux, and I'm fine with Linux and PC, but Mac is just kind of, it's limited. It's hard to work on. I don't know. I don't like it. I use on my daily job for T-Mobile. It's the iOS stuff just is a pain in the ass. What can I say? It's not as easy to use.
I've had directly the opposite, where I just fire stuff up and it works. And then I get on a work computer and it's like,
don't use your work computer, but go actually use a home PC, because it's not the same experience, man. And I'm telling you, use a modern PC, not some old piece of crap from 5 years ago.
The problem with work.
Go ahead.
Sorry. The problem with work PCs is it doesn't matter what hardware you throw at them. They're going to be loaded down with software that, your IT department, like provisioning, security software, all like it. Like a good quality PC is going to perform way different than that exact same PC. Like a computer you buy at your house, let's say you get like a Dell Latitude laptop, spend $2,000 on it. It's going to perform better if you buy it from Best Buy than if you use the one that your work gives you, because of all the different extra crap that your work one has to run.
I agree with you on that, but I've had PCs in the past and just viruses, all kinds of crap. I don't deal with that with Apple.
That's not true.
I've gone through many laptops. Actually, that is
how many
very
viruses
true.
I have to deal with on PC? None. Zero.
Well, I'm just telling you from my experience. When I had when I had laptops, I would go to some website and then poof, and then my computer's done. Then I have to spend money, and that's what I've dealt with. But that's not
in the
90s, opinion. That's what I dealt with.
In the 90s, early 2000s. But I think the thing that really it irks me when people say PC is when people say PC, they mean Windows. So I don't have any virus protection on my Linux box. Not a one. Not worried about it, because nothing that is going to run at the user level is going to impact my system. I have to type in my password for it to do anything harmful.
Also, another thing is people use all these third-party virus protections that screw with the machine. You just let Windows use its own virus protection, and it works perfectly. It gets updated all the time from Windows Update, and it just let it do its thing. Don't use a bunch of third-party crap on your machine.
Well, when I had Windows, even the Windows 7, I had issues with that sort of stuff. Malware, all kinds of weird crap. I don't deal with that at Apple. I flip
because that was Windows 7, Greg.
I know, but
Windows 7.
I flip my laptop open and it works right away. And I watch people flip their PCs or the Windows open, and they wait for it to boot up. I'm already halfway through what I'm doing already, and then I could just close it up.
What you're describing is a 20-year-old experience from PCs.
I watched it the other day at work.
That's a work computer.
No,
like
that was
mentioned.
No, that was somebody's personal computer. And they looked over at me.
Then there's something wrong with their computer, because my machine takes literally 10 seconds to start up and works perfectly.
Thank you. That's my point. That's the problem I don't have.
Some people have that same problem with Mac, though, man. I'm telling you.
I never had that problem. I had my last laptop lasted 16 years. The only reason why I broke,
I've never once had a computer last me 16 years. I upgrade my computer like every 2 years.
I don't have to do that with an Apple. That's my point.
That's the problem, though, Greg, is I actually do things that require amount of power. I can't use a computer that's 16 years old. But
like I said, from the beginning, for me, my thing, I don't need that. I don't need to update. I don't have those. That's why I don't have those problems. I just open my laptop up, boom, and I'm good to go.
See, I'm not
for me. That's why I said for me.
I'm a Linux dude. Microsoft lost me with this Windows 11 crap. I don't want any of the stuff that they're offering at this point. I have Windows 10 LTSC installed on one machine for games. And that's it.
I stopped running computer games on computers or games on computers because it just something would get in there and
you just sound like an old man. I'm sorry.
I just want something that works.
PCs work perfectly if you know what you're doing, and it's even the easiest of users. There's a reason why it's the most popular OS in the world. It's super easy to use.
And hello, ham IT instead of ham. Yes. But for me, what I'm using, I don't need that power. I buy refurbished Apple stuff that's usually 3 years old, like 2 years old. and it works perfect for what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of media on here, and I always get people saying, whatever you're doing, it's looking good. Like everything powers through good. So
no, that's fair and that's fine. I'm just saying, don't trash PC and say that it's not as good as Apple if you've never used a good one.
I have used good ones, and I've had issues. I spent a lot of money on past Windows machines, and I never had good luck with it. That's why I switched over to Apple. I was anti-Apple, and finally I'm like, I'm going to give this a shot. For me, it worked out better because I was going through laptops, like you said, $1,800 laptops every 2 years. Right now I have, where's my pink laptop? It's 5 years old. My laptop downstairs is from 2016. Use it every day, no issues. Open it up and it's good to go. I almost never restart it. It does updates all on its own. It's very happy. But like I said, it's doing for what I need to use it for. Now, if you got a high-powered stuff you need to use it for, it might be better for you. It's like having a...
But that's what Apple's made for is low-end users like you, people that aren't super users.
Okay, then. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. Because I don't do powerful stuff because I just don't. Like for editing for stuff that I do, it works very good. It doesn't get hot.
To be fair, most power users, most self-described power users are not power users. Like,
no, but I'm not even talking power users. I'm just talking even mid-range people that know what they're doing. You know, I've worked for Microsoft for many, many, many years, and I wouldn't describe myself as a power user, but at least, you know, I've used PCs since I was 8 years old, and I know exactly how they work, and I've used Apples before, and it's just not the same. It's limited.
I'm okay with the limitations because I just want to check my email, do a live stream, maybe program some stuff. I'm not a big literate computer person. I don't program. I don't need to program. What I do need to program, a lot of the software works already. I can run Dante controller on my laptop. I have before. I can run Windows on my laptop, which I do for work stuff. It works for me. It's very simple. That's what I want. I don't want to go through and make a bunch of changes and make mistakes because I got enough stuff to deal with. In my personal,
here I am. I'm a weirdo. The computer that Sonobus is going into, I paid like $300 for. It's a mini PC screwed into the back of the monitor. Actually, let me pull up what's my memory usage.
But if it works, I have no problem with it.
Well, yeah, the thing is, you just gotta you gotta find the balance of what works for your specific activities. Like the mini PC that's running my Home Assistant on is way overkill for running Home Assistant, and it's only got 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. So I'm logging into the live stream PC real quick.
It's like people buying phones, right? They buy all this. Oh, I need this A1 or A17 chip. It's the best. That's like, what are you doing on it? You're making phone calls and watching Netflix on it. You don't need that. I mean, you don't.
I will say that I had a OnePlus 9 for like 4 or 5 years, and I just recently upgraded it, even though I work in the cell phone industry.
And people always say, oh, Greg's a big tech guy. Take care.
Ooh.
I am, but I don't need it. If I don't need it, why?
I wouldn't describe you as a tech guy. I'd say you're an audio guy.
I'm using 6 gigs of RAM on my Linux PC. I only have 27 gigs left.
See, tech guy to me means you're a well-rounded tech guy. You're more of just an audio guy to me.
Well, I connect a lot of stuff up. I'm not like a basic user. I mean, all the stuff I've hooked up here, I have like 7 things hooked up this computer right now. I mean, I'm not completely a dummy when it comes to stuff, but and on my laptop, I'm running 2 different operating systems where a lot of people don't. But it's enough for me what I need to do. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like people want to get a Ferrari and all this stuff, and You're not going to be going 200 miles an hour down the freeway. You're just not. It's not practical. It looks good. It's good to say you have something, but do you honestly need it? No. Same thing with 2 gig internet service.
Oh, so that's another thing I wanted to talk about. You can get like just a regular, when you talk about the switch going to your drops, Eric, just get like a 10 gig uplink to the main drop from the internet and do like a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet drop to all of your different drops. So you have plenty of bandwidth for everything, and it still covers like, the entire switch is like you won't exceed the 10 gig, like you won't get, bottleneck by it, but you'll still actually have 2.5 gigs to everything,
So
and those switches are, you can get one with SFP for $300. It's not $3,000.
Okay, so my point is this. I have 10 gig in my network closet. I have one 10 gig port. I have 6 drops in my house. So I need a switch there. And now at my computer desk, I have 2 drops and 7 devices. So I need a switch here too. That's 2 switches.
And switches are, a 2.5 gig switch is $100 on Amazon.
And why would I use a 2.5 gig switch?
Because you only need a gig.
Yeah, and my mini PC to my left, my Mac in front of me, and the computer sitting next to me, they have 1 gig network cards in them. The server behind me, the mini PC running my login software, has got a 1 gig switch. My Icom 9700, or not a 1 gig port, my Icom 9700 has a 1 gig port. So why am I going to spend hundreds of dollars to upgrade?
No, but you were just claiming $3,000 is my point. Is you for a couple $100 you can your entire network could be 2.5 gig or 5 gig.
Okay, so a 10 gig switch is about $350 where I'm located.
Okay, I didn't say 10 gig. I said 2.5.
Okay, so I'm going to get 2.5 gig. Well, let me pull up Amazon.
Still, my point is it's not $3,000 like you said. It's a few $100.
Yeah, but why? Why spend a couple $100? Why? What performance am I going to get?
So why do you have 10 gig internet? Why not have 1 gig internet?
Because I'm not paying for it.
See, I would be paying for it. That's why I got rid of it.
It costs me $0 extra to have 10 gig internet. 0. It's the same price.
Just seems like a waste, man. That's all I'm saying.
So should I call up my network provider and be like, I would like to switch from 10 gig down to 1 gig and pay you the exact same amount?
No, I'm just saying, if you're getting 10 gig, why not use it?
Because it's serving no purpose. I have multiple 1 gig lines.
Why does everything have to serve a purpose? Why not just do it for fun? That's why we are ham radio operators, right? We just do shit for fun sometimes.
Boys.
That doesn't, like, it's going to do nothing. It's like I will see no benefit. I will spend hundreds of dollars, receive no benefit. And by the way, I'm not even getting a paycheck right now. So I'm going to spend money when I don't know if I'm going to get paid.
Yeah, because I knew you weren't getting paid.
But I mean, in any case, like, why spend hundreds of dollars?
Because it's modern technology and it works better.
Does it though? Does it? I mean, I'm talking to you on a $300 computer. I mean, there's a $600 microphone and a $400 mixer connected to the $300 computer, but like, will my audio sound better to you at 10 gig?
Is that the only thing you do is audio?
No.
Then what difference does that make?
So, but there is nothing that I need in my house. Like, all of my needs are currently being met, and it costs me $0. So in order to go to 2.5 gig, let's see what a 2.5 gig. Okay, so 2.5, so $25 for each PC, and then plugged in Like, it's just.
Honestly, I don't care what you do, man. I'm just saying it's not $3,000. It's not modern technology. Doesn't cost that much money.
The amount of switches I need is $1,000. So if I'm going to upgrade my system, I'm going to upgrade my system. I'm not going to upgrade to 200 or to 2.5 gig. There's no reason. So like if I'm going to upgrade from 1 gig, I'm going to go to 10 gig. Like, why? Modern technology, right? Any reason I have to go to 2.5 gig, I have the exact same reason to go to 10.
Why not all Wi-Fi instead?
No, the Wi-Fi is not good here.
A lot of traffic.
Just the amount. Let me pull up how many. There's probably 300 hotspots within range of me right now.
I'm just saying, man. Why did we even bring up this topic in the first place? Like before I even joined. If you're not going to change anything,
I'm not arguing that I should change. I'm saying I have no reason to change.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was actually watching something on T1 lines before I live streamed. It's pretty good.
that's when I still had 56K.
I didn't realize how archaic it really was.
I wouldn't say archaic, but that was back in the day when you had people had 56K and ISDN, and that was when T1 was a thing.
Well, the way it modulates and splits up everything, it's very, very beginning of what we like internet stuff.
My first internet was 9600 baud, which is, I'm sure there's people who had a lot slower than that, but some of the stuff that I still use to this day is only a couple of megabit.
I know most of the time you connect to servers, you can't connect to that fast. They usually limit you out.
It still blew people's minds that I could go out in the forest and plug in a satellite dish and do meetings for work out in the forest, and people are like, "What? You're doing that?" It's like, whoa. It's like, really? Starlink's been around for a while now. These people could easily work from the forest. They work remote.
I think Starlink's probably one of the most amazing things, as opposed to us getting the internet at our house, because we can literally get it anywhere on the planet.
I was getting just in the middle of absolute nowhere, like because I wasn't getting any terrestrial data because I was testing satellite stuff on phones, and I was doing meetings and stuff at the same time. I was getting 220 down on my mini, like no problem all day long.
That's what I was going to mention. I was going to ask you. So when I got my mini, the fastest I can get down was 160, and the fastest I can get up was like under 20. Now I got two something down, and over Greg, 30 up last night.
You need to upgrade to the performance dish.
I don't need the performance dish.
Yeah, but you have to be stationary for that too. The other one, the Roam one, you can actually be like mounted to your car and drive around with it active.
Yeah, I want that flexibility.
You can get the performance dish in motion. I've used it.
But you need to power it differently, right?
Yeah. But I mean, hey, it's modern. Like, why wouldn't you have the fastest available?
I don't need it.
I'm just looking for connectivity, period. So Greg, you're talking about batteries the other night, and I actually recommend higher voltage because it for some reason it's more efficient. First of all, it uses less amperage, and you can actually do long runs of cable to it. But it also seems to work a little bit better on higher voltage. I run 24 volts on my mini, and it seems to work a little bit better. It connects faster and is more stable.
You run 24 volts on your mini?
Yeah, you can go up to 48 on the mini.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
12 to 48, yeah.
They have, I think, up to 48 because isn't 48 the PoE standard?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I run 24 on mine, which ends up to being about 27 on the LifePos.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
What you can do, Greg, is take two 12-volt batteries and put them in series, and it runs 24 on that battery, or on the Mini. And you want at least, like, if you're running for 3 or 4 hours, you want at least like 20 amp hours, 30 at least.
The other thing is, I didn't even think about, I have a cigarette lighter adapter. I could just plug into one of my Bioenno batteries and plug a USB thing into it, USB-C thing into it. And that Bioenno battery lasts way longer than that Anchor battery did. Well, yeah, that's what I use, basically. Bioenno batteries are just LifePos. You can just go buy any LifePo on Amazon. Like, go buy like a 100 amp hour LifePo, and that'll last it in exactly almost 24 to 26 hours, I think I tested it at. But I have a second Bioenno battery, the same one that I use for my 5100. I could just pull that out and use it for my laptop.
There you go. How big is it?
Same. Whatever. I don't remember the amperage offhand. I'd have to pull up my video. Let me pull my video up. Still nobody's watching this thing.
If you run the battery down on the way, make sure you charge it right away, because LifePos don't like being fully dead.
I noticed that the other day. 20 amp hour.
Yeah, that should last the Mini for at least, 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, yeah, easily. I got to pull up my confidence monitor, which I just lost.
And the Mini on average draws about 21 watts, and it's a decent amount of power.
It's a M1. It's a laptop. You know what? I didn't know why I just didn't use the battery in the laptop. I'm an idiot. I could have got 3-4 hours out of that, no problem. I don't know.
My laptop's 19 volts. I have like a external battery pack that I use for it.
I was probably drawing a lot when I was streaming, though. I didn't think about that. I got to see if I get any better performance out of the... I don't think I can, though. I was getting 220 down on my Mini. And the other thing I was going to ask you, when you go to a different location with your Mini, does it try to do an update?
It does updates constantly, because there's constantly updates for the amount of satellites in the sky, right? Like, it has to update its Keplers to know exactly where the satellites are and how many there are.
Yeah, because from what I understand, the newer updated Minis, when you turn them on, it updates and it's more accurate where you're physically located at, and that's why it doesn't update where you're at, because it knows when the
No. Like, mine gets updates all the time just for the fact that it's updating the constellation.
The other day, I updated at home. I put it in my bag, or its bag, I should say. Went to Chino Hills, and it did another update, like 30 minutes later. So I don't know if it did it on the location.
It was probably a couple updates behind. They do like 2 updates a week.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At least.
A 100 amp hour battery can run a big dishy for
I use, because this last month I've been doing a lot of stuff out in the field for work, and I use that Starlink all the time, and it I don't know, it's pretty reliable. You just throw it out there and it fire it up, and I don't even have to point it at north, and I just point it right up, and it connects and goes, and it updates 2 or 3 times a week, but it's like, whatever.
It does the job. I was on the phone with, what's going on, dude? Nice to see you in here. I was on the phone with somebody that I work with, and they asked me where I was at. I'm like, Chino Hills State Park. And I go, oh, by the way, I'm using Starlink right now because I have my phone's in SOS because there's no phone service up here. He's like, I couldn't tell. I'm like, yeah, it's just an internet connection. It's like, and I was sitting there talking to him for like 15 minutes. Couldn't tell. The Wi-Fi calling. Satellite phone, basically. Amazing. So it's 9:20. I need to get out of here because I need to get up in like 6 hours, unfortunately. But I will be back tomorrow night. Maybe we can all fight over some more internet and computer stuff. Get the boxing gloves off.
I have this next week off, and we're going to be doing our Pacific Beach trip with Ham Radio Adventures. So,
do you guys camp up there?
No, we rent out a bunch of houses. Like it's military housing, and there's like 5 or 6 houses that we rent out.
And is that north of Seattle?
No, it's like west southwest. So it's like it's out on the coast. Like it's about 2 or 3 hours from Seattle.
Oh, it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, look up Pacific Beach, Washington.
Are you guys going to do a live stream out there?
Probably not. I could if you wanted me to, but I could, whatever.
I didn't know if
we're going to be doing a lot of parks. I'm going to be putting up a 4-element 10-meter beam at the house. I've got a 4-element quad for 6 meters. I'm putting up. I'm going to be putting up a doublet.
Oh, I think. I know. Okay, I think you guys went there last. MRD went there last year, didn't he?
Yeah, same deal. I'm picking him up at the airport on Monday, and then
that's a ways out. And you're north of Seattle?
Yeah, northeast of Seattle, place called Snohomish.
I was supposed to be up there on Wednesday, along with Vegas.
You see Monroe right there?
Yes, right here.
Your mouse is over it. Yeah, right there. So if you zoom in a little bit, see the 522, or that 522 badge is basically where I'm at.
So you're right here, closer to the 5?
Or no, yeah, right, 522 right there. Yeah, yep. That's where I'm at, right there, where your mouse is over.
And you have parks around here? Oh, that would have been perfect. I could have just popped up here. That's probably what, 40 minutes? 30 minutes?
It's about a 40-minute drive to the airport.
That's
and about
35,
40 minutes to Seattle.
You got a brush fire right there? Bear glitch fire. It's weird. You guys got rain up there the other day.
I almost got killed over where that fire is.
I haven't been.
I'm taking. Oh, sorry. So if you zoom in on Whidbey Island there's a naval air station. Go up. So up. That's
I see.
Seattle.
Yeah.
If you zoom in on it, there's 3 forts. One's called KC. There's Fort Flagler, and I can't remember the name of the third one. But if you go up and left a little bit from there, right there. So see Fort Casey.
Yep.
Click on Fort Casey and check that out. Look at the pictures. Like there's photos on the left, top left. Click on the photos and look around on the different photos of Fort Casey.
Why did it just go back to Pacific Beach?
Click on Battery Kingsbury.
There we go. Oh, that's beautiful.
Now look at the battlements. So keep going down. Yeah, there's guns, there's battlements, it's really freaking cool.
Use ferry on?
Yeah, those pictures are horrible. You need to look at the ones of the actual like battlements. There's like full,
All right,
if you go back and look at Battery Kingsbury, see at Battery Kingsbury. Oh, go back in.
I was just looking for something else. Port Angeles, maybe? How far is that away from there?
So there's these 3 forts that used to block the inlet, basically. Yeah, look at that. You see the cannon?
Yeah.
Big giant cannon. Oh yeah, that place is awesome.
Is MRD going to try to make that into an antenna? It's metal, right?
That's a good point. We should try that.
You should try that. Still working out.
I really like Deception Pass.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice places in Washington. I mean, there's so many that are just insanely beautiful. Like the place I was at for the Washington QSO party a couple of weekends ago, it was the place called French Butte, and it's in between Mount Rainier, Mount Adams, and Mount St. Helens. It's like direct smack dab in the middle, and it's basically up on top of a mountain. So it's you turn around and you can see all 3 mountains, and it was just absolutely stunningly beautiful. A normal vehicle wouldn't have made it. We had 4x4s, and all 3 of us.
How do you get to the island though? Do you have to ferry in, or do you have to drive all the way around?
Yeah, it's a ferry. So I take a ferry, about a 30-minute ferry over to a place called Kingston, and but yeah, it's about 20-30 minutes from there.
I think I drove there. Up by Anacortes.
Yeah. That's Whidbey Island. It goes over to Whidbey Island, and
I think I know somebody that lives up there. They retired up there.
But Mike mentioned that he liked boats, so I'm going to take him across on a ferry, and he's never been on a Seattle ferry, and that's like a staple of Seattle is the ferries. So
the only ferry I've been up there on was from what's that? Not is it Vancouver Island? Is that what they call it? Yeah, Vancouver
the Victoria
Island.
Clipper.
Yeah, down to Port Angeles.
Yeah, that's not the same though. The Seattle ferry system is actually like the big ass rows, as they call them, the roll on roll off ferries.
Like it had in
or roll on roll over.
like they had in War Games.
Yeah, but the actual like Seattle ferry system is really cool. It's a experience. Expensive experience, but it's an experience.
I'll check it out next time I go up if I have time. Which 90% of the time when I come into these cities, it's in and out.
So there's one in downtown Seattle that goes over to Bremerton, which is the one of the naval bases, and it's a really cool town. Like you should check that out. There's a few museums there. There's the Turner Joy. The Turner Joy was the Gulf of Tonkin incident ship. And you can actually tour that ship. That's pretty cool. And it's an hour-long ferry. That's like a super long ferry to go from Seattle to Bremerton.
That's the ferry I took. Well, I went the other way. I went Bremerton to Seattle.
You stay in a Sound on there, don't you?
Yeah, it's all Puget Sound.
Okay. So I don't do too well outside the breakwater.
No, there's no choppiness to it at all. It's super smooth, super fast.
Fast is good. 40 meters looks like garbage.
Yeah, I spent a couple of weeks at Bangor in the fall. It was pretty nice.
War Games. So War Games is
So I haven't actually been to Bangor because it's behind fences. You know, it's like super secretive. But it's one of the premier naval bases here in the Pacific Coast. You know, it's the thing that keeps us safe.
All right, I need to get going. It's 9:30. I need to get up in like 6 hours. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow because I haven't been up early. I haven't been up before 7 since June, I guess. I think all the way at least. All right, so I'm going to be back tomorrow night if I'm like don't feel like a piece of jello, and hopefully the bands will be better.
K6EGG Jello. No, that doesn't make sense. Jello's with a J.
And here, eat beef. The West wasn't one on salads. In case somebody was wondering. All right, I'm gonna hit the weather button. And you guys have anything to say?
Okay, bye.
You guys all okay? Everybody calm down now after the passionate computer discussion?
I'm calm.
All right, take care, everybody.